Hey, how are you? I hope that you're excited that we are going to start the stream very soon. My name is Florian and I'm one of the Squirrlians. And today we're gonna have Anna, our Chief of Customer Service, helping us with everything that we need to tell you about. So we have a chat section here on YouTube Live, and I hope that as many of you as possible are going to start using it. Basically, we are going to stream how to use the Squirrly SEO plugin for WordPress and get like a lot of stuff done, like seriously a lot of stuff done for SEO. Now, the idea is that I'm going to speak for a couple of minutes, like 40 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that, and the rest of it will be a Q&A. So please use the chat box, ask us any questions, and Anna will try to answer all of them, and hopefully I will be able to answer some of them too. There's a bit of a delay from the live stream to what you guys are seeing, so I'll be typing in the chat box as well so that we can get it done faster and better, because otherwise you would ask me a question and after 5 minutes you would get the answer. Alright, so I'm still waiting for more people to join us. And then we can go ahead and see what this whole webinar is all about. Alright, so I'm just checking the website here to make sure that we have everything in order for when it actually starts. I think I'll wait for just 2 more minutes to see if more people join us, and then I will start the webinar. All right, so you can start by engaging with us in the chat section, and I'm going to start this webinar. So let's get this show on the road. So as I said, today I'm going to talk about most of the things that you can do with the Squirrly SEO plugin. And I say most of the things because actually Squirrly, while compared to other plugins that you might know of, it actually takes care of 6 out of 6 aspects of search engine optimization, while all the other plugins can handle 1 out of the 6 main areas. And to show this, we've created the SEO Content Tree, where we've tried to show like all the layers that go into the right kind of SEO for your WordPress site. So when I say the right kind of layers, I actually talk about these levels. So we start at the ground section where we have like the WordPress site structure, and that's where all of the plugins try to help you. Some are more in depth, some are not. And yeah, so here is the part where we can help you with the SEO star and the settings assistant. Moving on to level number 1, it's all about researching the best SEO keywords and also keywords for social media. Now this is super important, and there aren't a lot of tools out there that can actually help you do this. And in this webinar you will learn why I'm saying this. And in order to do this, you can use the Squirrly SEO keyword research and the Squirrly SEO inspiration box. Moving on. After you've researched the best keyword that you can use, you can start scaling your content with proper SEO and human-friendly optimization, and that's easily done through the Squirrly SEO Live Assistant. Then we move on to level 3, which is all about making sure that the content tree grows well. So what I mean by this is the fact that you work a lot on your WordPress site, you try to make it like the best out there, but sometimes you feel like you've done everything that you had to and still the website doesn't work. Well, we've built the SEO audit to help you measure and see if you're getting closer to victory, let's say. So the higher the score that you're going to get in the SEO audit, the better it will be for your whole WordPress site and your content marketing strategy. And then level 4 is all about grabbing the rewards. So you've done a lot of work, like you've you've made sure that you have a really great WordPress site structure, you've researched keywords, you've scaled your content, you even went on and measured everything, checked that everything was right, and now it's time to grab the rewards. And in order to see that, you can see the SEO stats that we provide and also the Google ranks, because we show them to you and we show them localized, and that's very important, and you will see why. Right? And in my opinion, now that you have everything kind of like set up and stuff like that, there are a lot of changes in SEO. There are a lot of changes in content marketing. And we think that the best thing for you is to keep watering this SEO content tree that you're building. So in order to do that, we've created the Squirrly Education Cloud, where we provide a lot of informational stuff so that you can learn about all the latest techniques, all the latest stuff that change on Google, on social media, because there's a lot of stuff that you can set in your WordPress site so that it looks a lot better when people share it on social media, and you can make it more viral by doing a couple of things. Right, so let's begin. And I've just created a new account in Squirrly, and it says congratulations, you're ready to use all the features from Squirrly. And I will click here to start. Okay, so you can see that it takes me to a place in the Squirrly dashboard where it starts showing me a couple of things. So the idea is that most people, when they try a new software product, there's nobody there to guide them in setting the whole thing up. And what we've done is we walk you through most of the things that you see here in the content tree, because we want to make sure that you set everything right from the start. And in order to really showcase this and let you know if you've made any progress, we've built this feature right here on the right side of the screen called Profile Strength and SEO Star, because the idea behind Squirrly is that we want to turn any non-SEO person into an SEO superstar. So this is the SEO Star level, and you'll see that while I'm going through all of the steps, this bar right here is going to increase, and I'm going to be much closer to becoming an SEO Star. All right. So it says here that I should use the keyword research tool from Squirrly to find the most suitable keyword for each post. Now I can click let's do this, skip, or I can learn how. And if I click that, it takes me to a very convenient slide that I have right here from SlideShare. And I can just click and see how I can begin using this tool. And this is interesting, so let's do this. All right, so this is the part where I start walking you through the keyword research tool, and we are going to be talking about level 1, researching the best SEO keywords and social media keywords. All right, so one of the things about the Squirrly keyword research tool is that it's actually super powerful. So the Google Planner tool is not actually for search engine optimization. It's about advertising and Google AdWords and really buying stuff for other kinds of search engine stuff, but all of them related to advertising, none of them related to organic search engine optimization. And the idea is that in Squirrly, at the Squirrly keyword research, we actually pay a lot of money each and every single month for data that we bring into our very own algorithm. And the idea is that this algorithm has impressed the likes of Neil Patel, one of the co-founders of kissmetrics.com, and also Brian Dean of backlinko.com. Actually, Brian Dean wanted to do a feature about our SEO audit, and after a while he ended up writing about the keyword research tool because he realized it's useful even for the experts. And Neil Patel even goes so far as saying that only a couple of bloggers have access to this kind of information. Now, the idea is that we take a lot of data from search engines, from forums, from Twitter, from a company called SEMrush, and we bring a lot of data into it, and we try to make the best of things and offer you the exact keywords that will help you rank and that will keep your content marketing strategy alive. Right. And there's one more thing, because there always is. You can see here that it says google.com. Now, the idea is that if you're not targeting like the global market, so you're not just for people searching on google.com, like in English US, then you can start looking at keywords locally. So if, for example, you have something that you want to sell in Germany, for example, you can go and click this, and it will automatically show you what people are interested in and what people are searching for in Germany. So not globally, just in Germany. And you can do that for Argentina, you can do that for Spain, you can do it for any kind of country that you want, and of course that we have in the list, because as I said, it's really hard to keep this one alive and updated, because there are so many places from which we must take the data to provide this. All right, so let's say that I'm thinking about writing an article on social media tools. Now, what I want to see is this a good keyword? Are people discussing about my keyword? Do they care about my keyword? So let's do the research and find out. And the idea is that it starts analyzing the online conversations on forums, on Twitter. It starts trying to realize how many people search for it, what's the competition, and also it starts thinking of, has your website ever written content on this subject? Because if it hasn't, then most of the stuff that's going to show up here in this leaderboard is actually going to turn out as high competition. But if you have authority writing about social media tools, for example, then it will say that the competition is low, because you have a much higher chance than everybody else to beat people on those keywords and rank higher than they are. All right, so this is like a leaderboard, because you have like the top keywords that you can use, you have them on top, and then the list goes on with the others that you can use. So you have this list, and what you can do now is click use and start using one of the keywords, or you can go and hover and move your mouse over the arrows. And you can see that for social media marketing, the trend is going up. There haven't been many recent discussions lately, and it is that we're looking at the latest conversations on forums and on Twitter, and we're trying to see how many people have actually discussed social media marketing. So not marketing for social media, not media social marketing, just social media marketing, and how many people have actually talked about this. This is super important, because people don't search for content only on the Google search engine, they also search for content on Twitter, Facebook, and stuff like that. So this is a very good indicator for you. Right, and the exact searches are very high. The competition is high, and that's mainly because the website that you're seeing here is a test website. So this website has no content written on it, and that's why any kind of competition would normally be very high for it. And the trend is going up. So you always want to make sure that the trends are either going up or they are skyrocketing, because that means that if you're writing an article about this today, it will have a lot of chance of being found in the future on search engines. All right, so you can look at each of these keywords and see if you can find anything that you would like to use. You can see that most of the keywords are better than the one I'm choosing for this article. Media management tools. That's interesting. Management tools. All right, so yeah, so these are some ideas. But I'm going to write about social media tools because that's kind of the idea that I had for the webinar today. So I'm just going to click use. All right. So I have like the social media tools, and I have a couple of ideas about an article, but I want to make sure that I can find some pictures. So for example, I will go here and try to find some copyright-free images. You can see that this checkbox is marked, which means that everything that I'm going to see here are images that are not copyrighted. So you can definitely use them and nobody will sue you. Right, so if you don't like the images, which I don't really right now, I can just click not relevant and I can choose like another keyword. So let's say Twitter. And it shows me a couple of images. Right, so let's see if there's anything interesting to use. Right, so let's use this one because I'm writing about social media tools and I have some social media icons, which is super cool. Now, because I'm going to be using this inspiration box a lot more, I'm going to revert back to social media tools and see what else I can find. Also, you can see here on this image that it says that you should attribute the work, Basically, if you attribute the work, there is no chance that anybody is going to take legal action against you, and it's also very, very nice to say thanks to the people who actually provided you with images, especially because they are for free. Yeah, so that's really cool. Right, now the best thing, I mean, there are a lot of great things, but one of the best things about this part, like the image part, is that once you place an image inside of your article and you have the Squirrly SEO plugin activated, you can just easily go and click Save Draft, and the image automatically gets transferred to your own hosting in the WordPress media files in the media library. So that's super important, because basically what used to happen was that a lot of people used random images from the web that weren't hosted by themselves, and after a while the images got changed with not very desirable images, or they just got lost and their articles looked like they had ghost images in them, and they looked very, very weird. So that's why we've done this, and it's also very good because you're not taking bandwidth from other people. Now you can also, if you would write like a very controversial piece or some that where you need support from other people, you can just click the Twitter button here, and you can see what other people have tweeted about your topic. Well, if it would be, I don't know, something that's kind of like cooler, like is a third world war starting, that would be nicer. But for social media tools, there won't be anything that's very relevant, right? But you can go and see what has been written on other blogs. Because if you don't have any ideas on how to write a social media tools article, you can just easily go and do your research from here, and let's say read it, and you can start reading a whole article straight from your WordPress interface, so that you don't have to open other tabs and waste time and lose your flow, right? So you can basically get some ideas from here. Now you can close this, and we can start going to the second level, which is scaling content with proper SEO and human-friendly optimization with the Squirrly SEO Live Assistant. All right. So, you can see that we have the right-hand side of the interface where I have the keyword social media tools. And now I'm going to start thinking about the title, like 10 social media tools that will help your business skyrocket in 2017. All right. So you can see that a couple of things happened. Because I have the keyword in my title, the Squirrly SEO Live Assistant tells me that I've done a great job. So every time you see one of these items in the interface lighting up green, it means that you've done something right. And that's super important. So basically it means that, I mean, if you have an item that's white, it means that you didn't take care of it yet. If it's green, that's perfect. And basically before you hit publish, you want to make sure that everything in the interface lights up green, because that means that you have a 100% optimized post for your blog or page for your site or e-commerce product, stuff like that. All right. Now, there's also a red color that sometimes gets triggered, and if you trigger the red color, you must follow the instructions written here, because you will want to make sure that you're not having any over optimization happening in your website, because Google penalizes you for stuff like that. So it's super important. All right, so let's say that we have this this title. So it says that the keyword is not present in my URL, so I will just go here, edit, and I will copy and paste this. Boom, and now I have my keyword present in the URL. And while typing this this blog post, I can just go and look at all the other elements that I have here. So in 2017, social media tools will be more important than ever. And you can see that the content is not very Google friendly because it's over optimized. I'm using way too many keywords and very few text, very few lines of text, and that's a problem for Google, right? But I can add some keywords and I will add them later. But I see here that, yes, I have used the keywords in the content now. It lit up green, and I have to bold one of my keywords. So let's see, if I go here, boom, it highlights my keywords. So I just have to go back to the interface, select this, and click bold, and it's done. All right, so this is how you're going to use the Squirrly SEO Live Assistant. And so it says add 4 more words. So let's say Twitter, yeah, so this is just gibberish. Instagram, Pinterest, Vine. Boom, and now it's good. And I have a couple of more things to do. And then my article is optimized, and that is super cool. Now, what I want to show you is that you can actually do a lot more for your optimization than you have here. So we will go to Squirrly and say SEO. And I'm going to say, you can see that the SEO star level has grown, so it went up. And I can check my site for errors, because Squirrly makes sure that you do not have any conflicting SEO settings inside of your WordPress. And that's very important, because a lot of plugins actually have a lot of conflicts between them. So I wanted to make sure that everything is fine. And we're checking for errors again. And now I can start skipping this. And let's see what I need here. So skip right now. All right, so that has already happened. I just have to go back to my post. All right, and this is what I wanted to show you. So this is the Squirrly SEO snippet. And it's very important, because the way your article looks here is the way it will look on Google when people search for social media tools, for example. So when people search for social media tools, they are going to see a couple of listings, and one of those listings is going to be exactly this one. So this is exactly what it will look like. Now, a lot of other plugins like All-in-One SEO or Yoast, they only show like what they see in your WordPress site, but they don't actually try to simulate how Google is going to show your listing on the search engine when people search for this keyword. And we actually do that. So the thing that you see here is exactly what visitors searching for those keywords are going to see in search engines. And that's why this is important, because you can customize it, and you can make sure that the title is very attractive. You can make sure that you have a really great descriptions. So let's say something like this. Then social media tools will make you super successful in 2017. See all of them here. Right, so you can actually play with stuff that's more like a call to action rather than just a random description of your article, because you want to make sure that when people see your listing on Google, they will click it and reach your article. Right, so here in the customize meta section, you can also be very cool and not only optimize for search engines, but optimize for social media as well, because what you have here is 100% control over your content. And if you would upload an image, let's say this image for the article, so I'll just use this image. It means then that whenever somebody is going to share my post on Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, stuff like that, it's going to be shared with this exact image. So if I have like 20 images in my post and I want just one of them to be highlighted when people share it on social media, this is how I do it, by using the Squirrly snippet and choosing to upload my open graph image. And this is very powerful because it gives you 100% control over how your content is shared. All right, so save changes. Let's save the draft and then move on, because until now you've seen how you can research the best SEO keywords and social media keywords, how to scale your content with proper SEO and human-friendly optimization. And for the WordPress site structure, it's pretty simple, because you just have to go and follow the instructions. So you just have to click let's do this. You just have to learn how from all of the tutorials, and there's a lot of support for helping you set up all of the settings that you need in your WordPress site to actually be successful. Right, and one of the things that I want to show you is whenever you need something or something doesn't go wrong, you can use this happiness bar right here, and you can tell us how Squirrly was today. So you can say that you loved it, that it was super cool, or that you had some problems, in which case you are sad or angry, and you can let us know, because a dialog box is going to pop up and you can tell us why and send the feedback, and we will reply to you via email, because we always check this and always reply to people. So need help with Squirrly SEO, just type in what problem you had, send the question, and we'll look over it. And also we have what we call a support page, but it's actually Google Plus community, where we share a lot of stuff with people, and a lot of users of Squirrly are actually engaging on this community, and they're trying to make sense out of everything. They're asking questions, and it's very cool because sometimes you can ask a question on the community and have another Squirrly user actually reply to you. All right. Alright, and this was it. Now I will go and show you how you can actually move on to the next levels, which is the third level, making sure that the content tree grows well. So let's use Renegade's site for this. We actually have a customer who has a really cool website, and he gave us permission to use this in the live stream. Let's look at it for a while and click see audit. And the audit loads. Now, the idea is that we've tested Squirrly with about 40,000 people who are in a group testing experiment that we ran back in the day, when we also had like an analytics tool for website traffic and stuff like that. And what we saw was that the websites that actually had a really great chance of making it big online, the WordPress sites, they actually had a score of 80 or over 80. Now in this case, you can see that Renegade's site isn't really doing very well in this regard, and he should get his score way up. Now you can see that the traffic is great. So this is the area where you see what actually needs your attention from everything that's happening in your WordPress site. So the traffic is great, and the SEO is great. Well, the traffic is great, and we know this because we've helped him promote some of his stuff on social media communities and groups, and that's why he has such great traffic. And also his great SEO is because he followed the tutorial that I've shown you here in the webinar for clicking all of those boxes and making all the settings. Now, the thing is that his website doesn't really have links. And I've clicked the link section and it took me to the link section, and now I can see that it has 0 backlinks to the latest post, 0 Alexa backlinks, 0 SEO Moz backlinks, and there's also the best part about it is that it provides with a lot of information so that you can understand what each of these things mean, and you have articles that you can click, so you can click this one or this one and start seeing more information about each item that you see here in the link section. But the idea is that he has almost no links to his website. And also, his website doesn't have a lot of authority, right? And so if he would ask me what he should focus on next, I would definitely tell him focus on links and authority, right? So on social media, I can see that his latest posts haven't been shared very well, and his main website doesn't have a very huge social impact, because basically people are sharing his articles and they're almost never sharing his homepage. All right. And Open Graph Protocol, Twitter cards, Google Plus authorship, follow buttons and stuff like that. And you can see a lot of information about your website. And as you are going to go through each of these issues and you are going to fix them, because you have a lot of information there on how to fix it, you are going to improve your SEO audit score. And the SEO audit gets delivered to you every single week. Right. And remember how I said that the SEO audit score isn't that great? Well, the idea is that in his case, and he has a very particular case, he has like articles that are like 2,000 to 3,000 words. They are all super optimized using the Squirrly plugin, and they are super shared on social media. And because the content is long and it's super shared on social media, even though the website doesn't have a lot of links to it, you can see that he did get some rankings. So if I click the SEO rank on Google button, it will take me to this section where it shows me the leaderboard of his articles, and it starts from position 1, position 2, etc. And I can see which of his articles have actually ranked high on search engines, and also I can see the keyword for which this article is ranked. So you can see that he's number 5 on Google for the keyword freemium development, which is very big in game development, and that's a really big achievement for him. And basically in this webinar you've learned how he did it, and you saw the audit, and yeah, it's super cool. Alright, so I can also click see analytics if I want to see more details about a single post on the blog. And you can see that on social media, this article has been shared 26 times. It's been shared on Facebook. So basically the top channel for this article is Facebook. And this is only taking into account the latest shares. All right. Here you can see that this article ranks very high. It's optimized. You also have a lot of shares, and Facebook is also like the best channel for it. And you can look at the other ones and see how they have done as well. So this is how you can actually start using the SEO stats, which is basically level 4 for grabbing your rewards, and that's the Google rank and the SEO stats for Squirrly. Alright, so these are basically the main things that you will be using inside of the Squirrly SEO plugin. So you'll make sure that the WordPress site structure is right, you'll research the best SEO keywords, you will scale your content, you'll make sure that the content tree grows well with the SEO audit, and then you can use the Google rank and the SEO stats to see how each of your articles and pages are performing. Now, we also have what we call the Squirrly Education Cloud. But first, remember that we do have the Google Plus community, so you can always engage there with us. Then you can go to howto.squirrly.co, and you can see a huge database of things that you can learn about the Squirrly plugin. So if you don't know how to use the Squirrly Live Assistance or the performance analytics or how to do the optimization for the first page, you can find a lot of articles here. And each article has either images, videos, or slide shares. See, this is a slide share that will help you learn how to do everything. Alright, and also remember that you have the support button, so if there's anything you can't do, just write to us. And also, there is this page, squirrly.co/best SEO education, where it says that the best SEO education awaits. Get started with the Education Cloud. And you can enter your email to start getting your hands on great trainings. We are still working on this section, but it will soon be ready, and it's going to be a WordPress membership site where you will have an account and you'll be able to see exclusive lessons and videos that we are creating only for the people who are in the Education Cloud program. So why you should join the Education Cloud? You can stay up to date. It's a world of knowledge, like seriously, and you'll be on your way to being an SEO superstar. So you just have to register, you'll get an account after we validate the account, and then you can access the lessons. So people are searching for companies in your space. Be the one who shows up in search. Okay, so again, my name is Florian. It was really great having you with me today, and I hope you've enjoyed the webinar, and we'll be here for a couple of more questions if you need them in the chat box. So thank you very much for watching. I will close the stream now, but I will still keep being here with Anna, helping you through the chat box, because it's easier than by talking on the stream, because there's that delay that I've mentioned when I started the webinar. Okay, so I hope that you've enjoyed this. On our YouTube channel called Get Growth, we are also going to present a lot of other tools like BuzzSumo, like Buffer, CoSchedule, and a lot of tools that help with social media, with content marketing, and other stuff like that. All right, thank you very much for your time, and we'll continue in the chat box.